Hello, welcome back. Last time I found the castle, and it is a large zone with lots going on. And let me just see what's on my map right now. Not a lot of checkpoints out in this area. A couple of qubits here in this room. What is this, actually? Unactivated. Oh, I know what that is. That's... No, I don't. That's not what I thought. Immediately getting baited into... Wait, there are 2 qubits in this room? Whoops. I guess there's a hidden one up top. Suspicious. Wonder if that's showing me a hidden passage or something? So radar had another qubit in that room, didn't it? There's a speed robber there. I don't think I've taken this elevator. Maybe I have. Right, that's how I got here in the first place. Never mind. What? Yeah, okay, there's a passage up there. Okay. So the missing bricks were a perfectly adequate clue for that. Gonna bonk? Yup, sure am. No secrets down here. Game's already done that. It doesn't seem to repeat itself very much. Okay, so don't bonk. Whoop. Here we go, there's that qubit. I know about that because of my radar. A pink one, though. Less clear, but maybe the missing bricks... Let's see, is there something on the right? Not in the same capacity. And I don't think I went this far before. Well, I have a qubit on me. Let's not go and jump into a spike pit in that state of being. Ideally not in any other state of being, either. Okay, so I have an idea. Let's see how well this works. Whoops, right, okay. So I have to be actually moving in the direction that I'm holding for red not to decay. If I do that, that works perfectly. Okay, just as planned. Okay, so that's those marks off my map. Last death point. So what are you? Down and right. I wonder if maybe I should focus a little harder on... Ah, that's underwater. Can I go there? I don't think I can. What if I should focus harder on finding unexplored rooms rather than, cleaning up marks in existing ones? Because unexplored rooms are going to be harder to find afterwards compared to ones that I've actually been into. Whoops, I fell in this pit. So I kind of want to go below, except that won't go. I'm too tall for that. Actually, it's not exceptionally clear. Can I get below there? This doesn't go away. Qubit here. What's up with you? So there's like a slimy entrance to that? Okay, I see. Those are... No, those are real. My spotlight just wasn't coming down that far. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm kind of going backward to the entrance to this place. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm out of Castle Palette now. In another spot. I'm going to look just a little bit. So blue icy zone. Over here is... This is clearly not castle and not where I currently wish to be. White qubit's way up there. That's pretty high up. Can I turn red here? I think so. Easily. Okay, so there's some platforming of interest up there. However, getting there is going to require not walking across that slime. Right, now I started doing this, but didn't finish. Let's get back to this task. Do something like that. Right, I had that happen before. What if I just hold, thrust, and walk off that? I don't think I tried that action. Because I could never quite get the jump to work right from the one place to the other, but I think that might actually be the way. No, I bonked. I did it wrong. I need to hold, not repress. Hold, not repress. Because I was like almost making it when I was stopping and repressing. What if I just never stop? Hold, 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 don't release, don't release, don't release, don't release, don't release. Not good enough. Okay, but I tried it. Whoops. What will I do to make that work? It's possible I'm going at this from the wrong angle. Hard to tell. Oh, I got actually all the way over the green stuff that way. I won't get such a good angle from right to left. What if I do... Oh, hello. Okay, this makes more sense. There's a black hole above me, I think. That's what those particles usually mean. Here we go. Okay. So don't try and be... Ah, dang it! Okay, that's a quicker way in here. So, oops! Well... Okay, stop and... Well... Can I just make it all the way from here? Probably not. So this little turnaround involves... always involves more steps than it feels like it should. But maybe that's just the impatience talking. I could go up through there, except that doesn't work. Alright, let's just do it the several steps... Feels like several steps too many way. It's fine. Okay, stop here. Fall there. Make it in here. Make it over there. What went wrong last time? I fell off that thing when trying to reposition for this jump. Okay. Unactivated save. So follow the chain for the safe ground. A little more blue. Oh ho. Well, I see you. Oh, and that's the way in there. What's over here? Stuff. Oh shoot. Okay, get the chain. Let's presume that I can come back from that save and resume what I'm doing here. Maybe? Okay, this is just little tiny fragments of brick I can barely put my feet on. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, I can come back from there. Okay, great. Checkpoint. Black hole is here. I cannot get into it. It goes the other way around. Ooh, mini spike. Okay, my area of interest, well, is everywhere, but right at the moment, it's out here. Yeah, see, so like this is what this game does. I came halfway up this, which already was a branch off of another path I needed to follow to other stuff. There's clearly something this way, there's clearly something this way, and I have to choose one, and will I remember to come back to the other branch? Well, this path is probably going to branch further and go to more places. At least one of the two likely will. And then how well will I remember? I don't know. That's just gotta get used to it and accept the flow of things like that. I think the suggestion is, whoo, not quite that. Do that, but don't put your head so high. Oh boy. I could also maybe find something if I went right. Okay, so do this and modulate. Whoop! Well. Okay, that's fine. Now I have a closer warp. Black hole is going to be involved with one of these two paths. Okay, so reading between the lines... Oh, hello. Whoa! Oh, that's fun. Ha! Reading between the lines, I'd say it's most likely if I go left, I'll black hole back here. So let's say left might be the branch that dead ends the quickest. I'm going to switch from right to left. Okay, this is cool. I can bunk against that to position myself, get down and do this again. Whoops! Whoa, that counted as a bunk. So we're doing that activity a whole lot. And yeah, that would be an arduous return trip, so it makes sense there'd be a black hole to take me out of that situation. Okay. Whoop! All the way up. Right, remember, if a thing is going up, you will get a boost. So watch your head. Hooah! Okay, got a boost, and it actually helped me. Could have if I hadn't bounced so hard. So watch your bounce. So if I go when it's not rising, I get that amount of upward speed, which is less. Here I think I want some. Whoa, whoa, oh, okay, did it. Here I don't really want any. Okay. Made it work. Don't know what's here. Here I want some. I can try again. I've been down there. I was here today. Webada! So black hole or no, if I'm at a terminal, I can warp back here. That's fine. Alright, so I don't want the boost. I don't want the boost. I don't need the boost here. Whoops! Don't want the boost. Are you sure? That might have helped, actually. I might have gotten an anti-boost there. Alright. Totally neutral. Ah! Totally neutral. Go here. Hit the wall, don't bounce. Totally neutral, as in like no up or down movement. Go right at the bottom. Okay. If you're gonna bounce, make sure you have time to settle afterwards. Okay, now I want... almost. I don't really want to be going straight up during this. I want a little bit of blue. I mean, I can try. So this is a sine wave, basically. So in the center would be the fastest. Right here. However, it'll be higher but slower if I wait longer. So if I try there, I get about to the same spot. Okay. Alright, that was good. Now what? Woo! Now a big one. Got it. And the missing brick tells me where it'll stop. Very nice of it. Okay. Hello. Well, that makes me suspicious. I didn't see any side paths on my way up, but I'm gonna check in case I just missed them. No side paths. Okay. Oops. Oh, right. Boing. Alright, so blue cubit here. Slime there. Is this red compatible? I think so. Yeah, I can get P-speed there if I want it. So hold the jet, trust, do oh. That is what I need to do. I need to modulate better somehow. Okay, so this is... Get red speed and in a too tall hallway, don't bonk your head. While... What? No, that's not what it is. This is get red speed and bonk your head so you bounce on your butt and get all the way over the slime. Bonk, boing, boing. There we go. I knew that would come up. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Okay. So there's a cubit down there, and another, and there's one up here. So I need to be red at the very least here, it looks like. What's below me? There's plenty of space for that, right? Yeah, kinda. Can I... Okay, there might be some potential for smuggling red in through here. What if I would start at full speed on this? Not quite enough. Maybe it could be, if I can just be really last second with it. That was definitely not. Okay. If I just land it absolutely perfectly right in the corner. Once I have red anywhere... Let's see, maybe the place with the most potential is here. No, it is not. How much yellow am I getting? Okay, let's get a really good corner land. Oh, see, I can't see what I'm doing. That was a really bad corner land, so I got to about 75% there. That might have been good. That was about 85%. Let's see. That was really good. That was about 90%. I don't think I'm going to get beyond 90%. So perhaps more fruitful would be to try to bring something red from here. Several cubits below, but it looks like I kind of get trapped down there. So that's part of what's going on here. Let me just check the area here. Oh, well, here's a red compatible spot. Okay, I see. So go left to right here to become red. Turn around in this nice spacious area. Stay red, go right to left. Stay red while falling, and then do this. Not good enough. Okay. There's something more to this. Wait, is this once again? Is this once again? It might be once again. Find the right spot to bonk so you bounce perfectly. That's what I'm thinking. Right, so I don't need to do it left to right, but that's what I ended up doing. Bonk! Perfect bounce. That's not a perfect bounce. No, no. Can't bounce that high. So red from here isn't enough. And there's no place I could jump up there that's left enough to not bonk on the ceiling. Okay. Let's forget that one for a second and go below. What's up with you? I can just grab you, no problem. But now I'm down here. With little hope of getting out, it looks like. So there's some state I need to preserve to be able to get out of here. It could be one of those energy charges I can just use to, like, burst upward that I found in the anglerfish zone. I don't think there have been any walls I can walk through that are completely unmarked. Thankfully, this game's very nice about that. By completely unmarked, I mean, like, even, like, this missing brick is not enough of a mark. Like, they're actually dim when I'm up close. It is always very plainly communicated when you can go through a wall. Not always from a distance, but if you're close up and inspecting it, game does not lie. So, next question is... Oh, I have to redo this, that's fine. Whoops! That ledge is closer than I thought. Twice. Right, no, I wanna... So I need to get across there. So hold the jet, become red, and the bonk happens here. A little earlier? Okay, a little earlier maybe. I did it so perfectly the first time. Well, I'm doing that completely wrong. Did I just bonk on the... Let me try this. This doesn't feel like the right thing, but whoops, well... I think I need to jump right after I jet over the spike pit. I don't think doing it before would work. Okay, right, but to do that I need to be holding jet. Right, so holding... Jump. There we go, like that. Black hole up there, by the way. I see. Checkpoint here cannot access. Now, hang on a second. Something felt interesting about that. Let's do that action again. This is just the BonkZone. Holding the button. Still holding the button. Yeah, okay, there's a secondary bonk that gets me higher. Fascinating. So if I reboot right after I land, then I can use my jet while still the bounce. This is the BonkZone. I love it. Okay, and this is just perfectly tuned to do that exactly every time. So I bounce and then immediately recover and can jet. Okay, cool. Can I get out of here and cash that in? And I'm going to be doing the same thing down there. Alright, so a second pinball zone. But I have to bring my own bumpers. It's just my body. Hopefully all these hard hits aren't, like, having a negative effect on the robots. Seems to have enough to worry without extra things like that. Whee! Whee, I say, but he's kind of having a bad time. Alright. So... somehow I'm pinballing my way down there. Let's just try this path and see what it does. Cool. Cool. Alright. Well, that worked perfectly. There's another one down there, but I'm going to cache these two in first. I guess for that one, I'll be ascending the thing on the right through the walk-throughable floor. Okay. Hold jet, go here, become red, bonk as soon as you can, and ready. Okay. So cool. That's a mechanic I could have discovered early, but I did not. Okay, so I went left to right. If I just go right to left... You really think that's going to make it all the way? I have my doubts. Indeed, I should have. This looks funny. It's just because there's a little fraction of a brick here. It's the same tile as that one down there. With a little window in it. Okay, I think I see what it is. Maybe. It's hard to predict, but it might be... Ooh, I didn't make it. Yeah. Boing. Oops, I have to thrust harder. I'm used to protecting my head. I have to specifically not do that here. Whoop! So my idea now is that I want to become red, get all the way to the right and go right to left. Okay, right, so then I do this action that has yet to have had a use. Hup. 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 And I use it to do this. Right? Right. Perfect. Okay. Done. So good. Love it. Okay. Those are some of the silliest things I've done in this game. And this game has lots of silly things, and they're all so great. Okay. Like the jokes, it's told a few jokes with words, and those have been fine, but the jokes it tells without words, that's where it really shines, I feel like. Alright, so I laid eyes on a couple of terminals here. This is the end of this road. Now... Wait, right, okay, this was the left side of the branch that started... not here. Where? Here? That's the spot. Okay, so now the right side of this branch. The other thing I was trying to do and walked away from. Black hole is as yet unexplained. Perhaps it is a return from this path. How do I do this? Like that, and then... I don't need that one over there as far as I can tell. Unless I got a bonk on it, which should be... scary prospect. Whoop! Okay. Alright, there we go. I'm not gonna make it over that. You kidding me? No way. Okay, that don't seem right. Definitely strictly impossible to carry red through here. There is absolutely no way that could happen. Alright, let me just try flinging myself into the abyss. Oh, that's a wall. I see. And actually, in the abyss is a place I've been. There could be stuff to see down there that I can get to from up there. But I'm falling that fast? Probably not. Okay, so... those floor spikes. Just how much room do I have once I am... Whoa. So I need to remember that my upward speed can be cut very quickly. Like the... okay, can I do the lightest tap while standing under that ceiling and live? If the answer to that is no, then it doesn't matter how fast I move horizontally within, you know, the limits I am within. Ah, are you sure? No, no, no. Okay, so now I see the geometry for... what it is. With sufficient speed, I should bonk my head on the bricks instead of the spikes. Neither sounds pleasant, but one is much less deadly. So I need to do this, but with lots of speed. Like that, almost, but more, better. What? Speed! I gotta get closer to the spikes in the floor. Okay. Well. Ah, shoot. Speed! Well, okay, I got too close to the spikes in the floor. I think there's a window in there that'll work, but it's pretty small. Speed? I can put my head in there. Does that mean anything? Maybe it does? So if I put my head in there and then go right, do I maybe retain more speed than otherwise? My gauge is giving me information that I'm not able to receive because I can't put my eyes down there while I'm doing this task. Alright, put my head in there, and then... I don't know. So I don't think I benefit from putting my head in there. I don't gain anything that I can't get just by manually modulating. So theoretically, I'm thinking there's a spot where I can jump while going at full speed to the right that will narrowly miss the spikes on the ground and narrowly miss the spikes on the ceiling and let me proceed to the right. Problem is, that window could be so thin it doesn't exist, but I could have just only missed it on both sides. And I can't actually tell the difference between those two things from where I am right now. I'll keep trying a little bit, but there's a chance what I'm trying to do is not possible. That looked close, but not quite. Alright, so my error is definitely usually in the early direction, so try to be generally later. Okay, that's what happens when I try. So there's a question I never answered, but this answers it pretty clearly. Dead standstill, the shortest button press I can do, will take me a half tile up, which is too much for those spikes up there. So that is not the answer. What I'm doing now is more likely. I keep wondering if that extra brick over on the right has a purpose. If it does, I'm unable to see it. I don't know, I'll give this like 5 more tries. If none of those work, maybe I'll assume what I'm trying to do is the wrong thing and step back from this. But maybe one of those 5 will work. Maybe this one. Nope. Alright, this time I'm going to try real hard to put my eyes on my gauge and make sure it is all the way up. It should stick around while I'm dying, right? Well, problem is I didn't jump. It was all the way up when I died, though. So at least I know that much. I don't think speed is my problem. It's just the timing window. That was 2, by the way. Three. Too late. Oh, but I did jump. I saw there was a red line. Orange line. There was an orange line. I did jump. So there is a place where I can jump and still hit the floor spikes. They do not deactivate just because I'm moving upward. I don't know about this. Alright, one more try left in my budget. Maybe there's just something I'm not conceptualizing here that would, 1, make the brick on the right useful, and 2, not require me to do what I'm doing here. Not sure what that would be, though. I don't know, just to verify. Full speed here. Not enough height to get up there. Of course it wouldn't be, but just I felt like showing that. Alright, last try of the day. No good. Okay. But yes, I had the orange line, I made the jump. I'm gonna declare that maybe impossible. It's possible that that's impossible. But I can't be entirely sure. Okay, well that was today's castle adventure. Very exciting, lots of fun, lots more to do here, also elsewhere, so no shortage of things to do next time.